So the other day we got some brand new screenshots and preload news on the GTA Trilogy Remasters, and by the time you guys see this video, preloads will be available for every system aside from the PC. PC has no preload date, probably because they're afraid of people digging through the files ahead of time. That's the only reason I can think of why there isn't a preload for the PC version. I could be wrong though. On the screen right now, I will be showing you guys some of those screenshots that we got. There's actually quite a few of them that got released, and for me, the environments, they all look great. That's where the games shine in my opinion. The character models, though, I'm kind of indifferent about. You can see right here we got a picture of Tommy Vercetti coming out of the Ocean View Hotel. Oh, wait, shit, that's my bad. That's actually a picture of the Michelin Man. I kind of get them confused sometimes because Tommy Vercetti is a little on the thick side in the Vice City Remastered. Jokes aside, for the vast majority of the time you're playing the game, you're going to be looking at the world around you and not your character model and their face in detail, so it really doesn't bother me that much. There hasn't been a picture of the game worlds that I dislike yet. I'm quite impressed in that department. But guys, you know how we do it on this channel. I tell things how they are, good or bad, and I would be lying to you if I said there wasn't a couple of things in the back of my mind that I'm kind of worried about when it comes to this remaster. Number one, if the music from these original games are going to stay the same in the Definitive Edition, and the second thing, where's the gameplay? The gameplay is arguably more important to the overall game as a whole over some music, but these are two things that haven't been answered yet. Is the game going to keep the original soundtrack or not? Right now, I'm kind of leaning on the no side because think about it like this. If you were marketing a product and you had some good news to share with your community, in this instance, if the music from the original games was going to be in the Definitive Edition, wouldn't you want to share that news with your community and get them hyped up about it? It's really just a simple yes or no question. Is the music staying the same or is it not? Are some songs getting removed? Whenever a company is unclear about something or just blatantly doesn't mention anything about a certain topic, that's definitely a cause for concern because it shows they either have something to hide or maybe it's a negative aspect of the product that they don't want to mention when trying to market a game, because you don't want to drop bad news around something that you want people to buy. And think about it like this, if these definitive editions don't have the original soundtracks that the OG games had back in like 2002, 2004, well, they're no longer selling the versions that you could then downgrade on the PC to have that music again, so you're kind of fucked. And then the gameplay. You can give a million screenshots to show off how good the game looks, but at the end of the day, the thing that matters most is the gameplay. We are less than a week from release and we haven't seen a single frame of footage of this game in action. That kind of has me worried. You see, in an era of games releasing completely busted and broken, I'm looking at you, Cyberpunk. Seeing that raw gameplay before release is extremely crucial to me, and it should be to you too. And you might say, well, we already know the gameplay and how it was like in the old GTA games. But the thing is, they're advertising it's having a bunch of these gameplay enhancements like GTA 5 style controls, upgraded shooting and targeting mechanics, better UI with the weapon and radio wheels. That's like half of what they're marketing, with the other half being the improved visuals that we've seen dozens of screenshots of by now. I understand wanting to save some stuff as a surprise for the community and have it just be a surprise when they finally do play it. But in this day and age, I just don't think that's a good look. Because there's also another reason to be skeptical about this. The people who are developing these remasters are the same people who made the Xbox 360 and mobile ports of San Andreas. And well, we all know how those turned out. I'll leave a link to a video in the description showing you everything you need to know about that port. But to keep things nice and simple, let's just say that port had many different issues. And look, I'm not saying this to completely bash the studio that made these remasters because like I mentioned earlier, for the most part, the graphics look great. But even less than a week away, there are still so many unknowns about the other half of the remaster. And given the history of them developing GTA games combined with the fact that the gameplay hasn't been shown off yet, that only leaves me worried. If we get a trailer next week before the game launches, I will be pleasantly surprised. But the way I see it, if release day comes around and the game is missing half of the soundtrack of the originals, a lot of people are going to be upset about that. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'm completely wrong about what I'm saying in this video, and I hope the game is great when it releases. That it's all bug-free, or at least for the most part bug-free. You know, games are always going to have bugs in them. And that the original soundtrack is intact. Let me know what you guys are feeling about the remasters down below. I will be streaming San Andreas the day of release. It doesn't come out at midnight for some reason though. It comes out at like 9 AM, at least in my time zone. And we'll be checking it out. We'll be seeing if it's good or if it's bad. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and have a great day.